I've got it.
Oh, okay.
I've got the bio. Oh, the bio. Okay, good. Because I can find it.
I got somebody that wants to talk to you. Hey, she's got something to give to you.
Oh, thank you. I love it when people use children. I love it when people use children as props.
Would you like to say something, Amira?
People are using a
She has
child as a
something
prop.
to
Have a
say.
nice
She
day.
has something to say to you.
You are so weak to not listen to a child.
I don't use children as props.
She's not a
You don't?
Senator
She has
Campfield?
something to say to you from her heart.
Children as props.
She has something from her heart she wants to tell
I
you.
appreciate her coming down, but I don't use children as props. I don't think it's appropriate.
Shame on you.
Thanks for supporting the schools.
Senator Campfield, Amira would like to talk to you right now. Go ahead, Amira.
Supporting education.
I don't like the way you take the car benefits from people.
Well, I wouldn't, as long as the parent shows up to school and even goes to 2 parent-teacher conferences, and they're exempt.
You're
There's no
targeting a
problem.
very small percentage of the share.
Yeah, so that's
You
why I
have
want
to
to make
deal with
sure.
the system. You
That's
can't
why
blame
I
the
want to
parents.
make
The
sure
parents
parents
pay
get
you.
involved.
You're an employee. You are not
Involved in
employee.
education.
As a matter of fact.
Why don't you want to talk to a little girl?
Parents involved in education.
Why don't you want to talk to her?
Because I don't use children as props.
Well, she wanted to come here and talk to you.
I don't use children as props.
She wants to talk to you, Senator
Use
Campfield.
children as props.
Senator Campfield, she wants to talk to
Using
you.
children as props is shameful.
She wants to talk to you.
Using children as props is shameful.
She's not a prop. She's a real
You are
child
using a
who's
child
very
as a
ill
prop.
and
And good. And I want that child to get a quality education. Every child should have a quality education, and a parent who cares. A parent who cares about their child enough
Why
to
are you
show up
talking?
at
You are
you let her
2
talk.
parent-teacher
But see,
conferences.
it's not about you.
We
It's about
take
Show
her.
up at 2 conferences. 2 conferences, and a child, and everybody gets everything.
Amira, what are you
shame.
worried about?
I'm worried about the light being cut off.
Well, that won't happen as long as you have a decent parent who's willing to show up at 2 conferences.
What does decent mean?
Any
Senator
parent
Campfield?
who's willing to show up to 2 conferences and show up and talk to a teacher of a failing child, so that child no longer fails. Someone who's willing to do some absolute.
Why is it only poor children? Why is it only families that are on TANF? How about middle-class families? Why don't you reduce state benefits? For instance, if you had a child.
They are.
What are you going to cut? What is your plan?
That is the same standard.
It's not. You're punishing them. What are you going to take away 30% of my paycheck?
They don't get their ineligible
It's not
benefit at all.
okay. You can't punish.
What about middle-class children?
Get out there with it. Get out there with it. Wear them out. Wear them out.
I think we want a little girl to be in here,
Yeah,
for
I'm sure
sure.
you want the props.
I can't believe you would refer to a child as a prop. That is offensive, Senator Campfield. Senator Campfield, you are referring to her as a prop.
I can't push the
Call her a prop again?
Prop.
You're calling a child a prop.
You're using
Mira,
the child
do
as a
not let
prop.
him affect your self-esteem. He is a foolish man
using the
who
child
doesn't
as a
like
prop.
black people or poor people.
So what about the TANF benefits? What about holding middle-class families accountable?
They are. They're ineligible for it.
But for grades? What
Stacey,
about
I live in
parents
Knoxville and I'm
accountable?
ashamed of what you've been doing, buddy.
Well, you're
I want you to
ashamed.
know
I know
that.
what you do and what you've been
I'm
doing
ashamed
for
of
years.
what you've been doing. And
I
I
know
live
what
in
you've been
Knoxville
doing.
and we're
You've
not
been-
happy with you.
Dude, you're a union thug. I know exactly what you
Look,
are.
I'm a thug.
Wow.
I'm the smallest person in the building.
Those are
Hey, that's dirty talk.
Come on, Stacey.
Let him be in a sentence.
Boo! Boo!